Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. Now, I must admit that this whole prison scene, I was confused. Like, I know he got that mark from the prison, but I was like, wait a minute. This is when he was sent to prison. I was wrong. I got the timeline messed up. But who's surprised about that? I mean, seriously, I mess up time a lot. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. Yeah. Okay, so Destiny of the Crimson Dragon. After dueling Yusei, Jack questioned Goodwin on what he knew about the mysterious dragon. Jack learned that the mark on his arm proved that he was one of the chosen, a signer. What is this place? That picture, that dragon symbol looks like mine. The mark on your arm represents the right wing of the Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon? The same dragon you and Yusei somehow summoned at the end of your duel. Throughout history, my order has been known as the Defenders of Peace and servants to the stars. We have sworn to maintain balance in the universe by taking the oath of Iliaster. The what now? This pre-Incan civilization honored the dragon star, which governed all of creation. Also, I would like to interject here. We are not talking about actual Incan civilization. I'm sure that this series got much of Incan civilization incorrect. I'm sure there is a lot of shit that has changed for whatever reason, and actual civilization was quite different from this. Though that should be obvious, because Duel Monsters, the first series in the franchise, well, Egypt isn't like that either. Led by the star and their king, the people of the stars built an incredible civilization. But then the gate to the netherworld was opened, unleashing evil demons and spirits. The king asked the dragon star to help his people, and the dragon star answered the king's cry. The crimson dragon came down and swept the land, sealing the forces of evil beneath the earth, like in the dirt. In the legendary Nazca lines. And now the Nazca lines, I believe those actually exist, but don't quote me on that. My knowledge of Incan civilization is rusty, and I really do not know anything about the Nazca lines. If the Nazca lines do exist, then I'm definitely very interested in them. I mean, just knowing their history and all that. Their history is different than they are in this series, but I would be interested to know their actual history. Many centuries have passed since the Crimson Dragon sealed away the Demon Lord and his forces, but they continue to draw energy from mankind, feeding on our sadness, jealousy, and greed. They will soon break the dragon seal and return to pillage the earth. On the day the seal breaks, my order must summon the Crimson Dragon and protect humanity. On the day the seal breaks, my order must summon the Crimson Dragon and protect humanity. But to do so, we must find the signers, those bearing the mark of the dragon, like you. So, I'm supposed to save the world. Why didn't you just say so? Because you can't just say so. You have to go on this ridiculous lengthy monologue. Like, seriously, how can... You need need that kind of knowledge. You have to pad things, you know? You have to explain things in the most lengthy way possible. Everyone loves that, right? Yeah, I know that's not really what you should do. Yeah, don't. Padding like that is bullshit. You should be as concise as realistically possible. Otherwise, you're just making things too long. Okay, so, hold on a second. I think that was the Destiny of the Crimson Dragon, so I think this is next. Return of the Special Pursuit deck. I don't even know what this means. After Yusei defeated Chief Armstrong, Goodwin freed Yusei from the facility. Yusei snuck into the security impound center to retrieve his dual runner and his deck. But Officer Trudge found him and challenged him to a turbo duel. Turbo Warrior, take out that Goyo Guardian. Yusei, you are doing us a great service for your behavior. You have defeated the infamous Goyo Guardian. Perhaps you can take Remedial Math back at their facility. I haven't heard of any prisons that offer Remedial Math. So I'm very surprised if that actually exists here. Then you'll learn that Goyo Guardian's 2800 attack is stronger than your monsters. But Goyo Guardian is level 6. And Turbo Warrior's effect cuts the attack of level 6 or higher monsters in half. What? Maybe you need Remedial Math then, Trudge. Yes. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, he needs some Remedial Math. And to be completely honest, considering he was a bully in his younger days, he probably didn't have very high grades. Man, that's obnoxious. I mean, seriously, plenty of bullies probably have high grades. But big deal. I'll still have life points left, so I'll end you next turn. There is no next turn. Not after I play my trap, Synchro Strike. My Synchro monster gains 500 attack for every monster I used to Synchro summon it. No. I used 4 monsters, so if my math is right, that adds up to your defeat. I used 4 monsters, so if my math is right, that adds up to your defeat. 4,500 attack? But you won't win. Not if I knock you off your dual runner, you say. Oh, I see. A tactic from your younger days, Trudge? I don't care if I have to cheat. Turbo Warrior. Finish the job. Ah! In the long run, cheaters never prosper. I mean, seriously. What cheater has allowed... Okay, you know what? In real life, there are some cheaters that prosper. And that is a very disgusting thing for me to say. No, there's more security here. Ah! What was that? Luna, where are you going? This way. Who is he? Okay. Return of the Special Pursuit deck. Alright. Now, the Black Rose Witch of Destruction. The Black Rose Witch of Destruction. And now, because of Akiza's initial appearance and everything she was doing and all that, I actually compare what she went through to something I went through. And I will tell you this, but I will tell you if a certain someone appears. There was an urban legend that the Black Rose Witch would erase every opponent she defeated. Hearing rumors that she would show up at the street duels, Leo decided to challenge her. When Yusei also arrived and met Leo, Yusei's mark of the dragon suddenly started burning. Arg, what's wrong? It hurts like before. When the Crimson Dragon first appeared. We gotta get out of here! The Black Rose is here! The Black Rose? Ah! Whose dragon is that? Arg, my mark. The mark of the dragon, and that's... the witch? The Black Rose is real! And she has a mark. You also have a mark? Stay away from me. Arg. She's gone. I'm so glad she didn't erase us. Hey, Yusei, your mark's gone. I have to find this Black Rose. Huh? I need to find some answers. Okay, hold on a second. Alright. Now, Flying Fortress Sky Dragon's Air Raid. I have no idea what this is. I can't remember. But you may think that Goodwin is the 5th signer. But as you know, he's definitely not referred to as a signer in this game, now is he? And I think you guys probably already know where I'm going with this. It was time for the Fortune Cup. In the first match, Leo disguised himself as Luna and challenged Gregor. Atta girl, come at me with everything you've got. You're running out of life points, so you better do something, cause one more move and you're finished. Not if I attack. Gadget Holler, take out his trap reactory feet. Take out his trap reactory FI. Dude, that's even worse than Leo's language. Gadget Cannon Fire. Did it work? You may be small, but you have a warrior spirit. And I do want to be honest with you. You can hear me laughing, right? But you probably noticed that my laughing doesn't match the number of ha-ha-hi's. Well, the reason my laughing doesn't match the number of ha-ha-hi's, is because I cannot keep up with the amount of repeated syllables. That's why. That is why I hate Yuma's death. It's not because it sucks. It's because I just... the names. Seriously. As a warrior myself, I salute your strength. Thanks, I guess, but how come you're not, like, damaged? Because of the trap card, Delta Reactor. It lets me special summon Flying Fortress Skyfire to Rain Doom. So Rain Doom? What? Flying Fortress Skyfire's effect activates. I can send a card to my graveyard to annihilate one card on your field. No, my monster! And now you're wide open for a direct attack. Ah! I can't believe I lost. Man, this sucks. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, just 15 minutes. Okay. The Dragon of Destruction, Black Rose Dragon. The second mount of the Fortune Cup is between Guild Rans. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that. As a knight, Gil is determined to defeat the witch. However, it's time you stopped playing with plastic swords and dice, Ransborg. It's time you stopped playing with plastic swords and dice, Ransborg. I synchro summon Black Rose Dragon. If that's the monster that the Black Rose used. My mark of the dragon is burning like last time. Black Rose Dragon. 'Tis true, thou be thy Black Rose. 'Tis true, thou be thy Black Rose. But fear not, thy knight shall do battle with the great beast. I activate Black Rose Dragon's effect. By banishing a plant from my graveyard, your monster's attack becomes 0. Black Binding Bloom. Black Binding Doom. Black Binding Doom. 0 attack. It be not fair. I spent all year making this costume. It is not what you wear on the outside that makes you who you are, but what's on the inside. I want to go home. Black Rose Flare. Ah! Is he actually hurt? That's the power of the Black Rose Witch. But why does she hate her mark? Gregors Revenge. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to explain why I compare a certain someone to my ex, because, well, I'm not expecting that person to show up until the next event. Gregor fought well, but you say we stood his attacks and achieved victory. Junk Warrior, Scrap Fist. Ah! Okay. Now. Yeah, I knew he could pull it off. And now all you say has to do is win one more duel. And then he and I can settle things once and for all. Gregor, are you okay? You say I'm fine, but it's not over. I told you about my village's destruction, but I've learned the truth. Goodwin isn't going to help me rebuild my village like he promised. How could he, when it isn't even there anymore? What do you mean? Look, that was my village before Goodwin came along. I hacked into Goodwin's personal files and discovered it wasn't a natural disaster. Goodwin decided to use our valley as a testing ground to resurrect his precious Crimson Dragon. But he couldn't control the energy. It was too powerful. And then, the village is gone. Everyone who lived there, all gone. Nowhere to be found. Gregor, are you sure about all this? I am. And now Goodwin's going to answer for all his lies. Gregor. Now that the world knows what you did, it's time for you to pay for my friends, my family, my home. Your ivory tower is about to come crumbling down. It's going to come tumbling down. He said it's going to come crumbling. I mean, whatever. It's weird that I would say it differently. Like, I know sometimes I use different phrasing, but that was not intentional. Does crumbling down even work in this context? I don't know. No, you say? How could you? I had him. I'm sorry that Goodwin lied and used you, but going after him won't solve anything. Trust me to figure things out, you say. Goodwin? And that concludes the fight for the Fortune Cup event. That was nice. I loved doing all of this. So that concludes the first arc. Now I'm going to prepare for the Dark Center arc. I will see you guys in my next video.